guys. So I want to take you to the charts and give you a lesson today. And this is going to be a very simple lesson, nothing overcomplicated, right? It's just really, I kind of want to show you guys to like why I made a decision on a trade that I made, why I picked that level, and why, even if you are a short-term trader, whereas even if you're a day trader, you're in and out of your trades on the day. Even if you're a scalper and you're in and out of your trades within a minute, 5, 10, 15 minutes, finding the most important levels on those charts are going to be so important, and being able to execute on them when they hit is going to be a part of that. Being able to time your entries and your exits too, because you want to know where the price is going to stop out or where it's going to hold up, depending on which direction you're trading. I talked about this trade here with my Patreon, but actually we looked at these charts before this even took place. And basically what I wanted to show them was, hey, when we get back to 126, and not just 126, that's another important thing. When you are finding levels on your chart, sometimes it won't always be like this exact number. Like on this chart, I'm going to show you guys, it's like 126 even, okay? Just 126. But sometimes when you are looking for the most important levels, whether it's a supply or the demand zone, it could be a zone and not a particular number to where that's the only number you're going to execute in. You might find yourself missing out on a great trade because you're trying to get directly to that exact number. You have to look for key zones that could be a great entry point or an area to make a move on. It's the exact same thing with exit. You might got to exit up at 128.15, but the price only goes to 128 even, and you're like, okay, I'm going to sit here because I know how heavy that 128.15 level is, so I just know they're going to test it. Well, it might trick you a bit because it might not go all the way up. Just that 15 cents could throw you off. The next thing you know, the price is coming back down. You decide to sit there to see if it's going to go back up, to test that exact level that you had. And you might find yourself either holding the bag or you just sat there and let a great trade reverse on you because you're focused on an exact number and not an exact zone. I'm saying it's not okay to have exact numbers in either direction. It's cool, but sometimes you want to be sure that you're focusing on an area into where to execute and exit so that you're not overstaying your welcome or you're not entering prematurely as well. So what I want to do is take you guys to Palantir's chart and pretty much show you guys what I saw and why I made a decision on getting in where I got in. Let's come over here to these charts and let's look at what we're working with, okay? So right now, when we first started looking at this thing, okay, we hadn't even gotten down there. I talked about it in my pre-market live with my Patreon on last week, and I said, okay, this is the level we're going to watch. You have to, this here is the daily time frame, okay? And even if we take this thing to the weekly, just to take some of them candles off, okay? It cleans the charts up for you a bit and gives you a ton of data, a ton of history, and it gives you levels a lot quicker. Now, a lot of times you got to take into consideration the game plan. I'm primarily a swing trader. I like to see the big picture. I like to go back 3, 4, 5 years without having to keep going out there scrolling. You hit the higher time frames, all right? And so with this, you see it almost instantly, even without the block. Back here, okay, this was a year ago. This was in February 2025. You guys notice where the price hit up at? The high point on this here was 125.41. I was watching around 126. 125, 126. It's like, don't throw yourself off trying to just focus on one little particular area here. Okay. And so this here stopped out at that 125.41. The price dropped all the way down to $66.12. We got back up. What do we see? It starts to kind of move sideways and kind of touch inside of this zone here for a while, a couple of weeks actually. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about 6 weeks, a little over a month. Well, actually over a month that it stayed kind of playing around that same little area there. Okay, now if we come further over here, this here is a year later. That right there was 2025. This is 2026. And what do we see? These exact same touches and plays around this exact same area here. Now, these points here that actually touch the top of that box down there is 126.23. This one here is 126.36. You notice how it gets there. It's there, but it's not like an exact number. But you still see where the price is continuously touching over and over again. And so that right there, I said, okay, when we get back down there, that is going to be the best place to see what that reaction looks like and to execute there to potentially get into a long-term call. It doesn't even have to just be long-term. Even if you're a scalper and the price started getting into this demand zone here, you would say, okay, this could be a place that I could potentially execute on. But now be realistic. Scalpers aren't using the daily or the weekly, but I see it as something you can, especially when the price is getting close to this level that you may have marked up on the daily or the weekly. You have something to execute on, like short term, right? Day trading wise, there's definitely something there for you to be able to say, okay, we hitting at 126. I'm going to make a move here, but I'm still going to be out of my trade before the market closes. Now, let's come over and look at where we are now. So I'm going to go back down to the daily, and we are going to look at why it's important to pay attention to zone versus exact level. This right here. Now I will put this out there. So if you saw the video, depending on where you may be seeing this sort of short that I posted about why Palantir was considered a defense stock, right? It's because they are heavily integrated with the military AI, Pentagon, and the Department of Defense. Trump, the very next day from when I posted that, came out and said that Palantir has shown that they have great war fighting capabilities. I'll put a pop up right here somewhere. He posted that. Palantir was coming down, by the way. So as you guys can see, this is the day that he posted it. We went all the way down to 122.68, still inside of the zone. So I was looking at one or two things. We would either hit around that 126 area and push up, or even if we breach 126, if we could hold up in that little zone there, then I would still be looking for an opportunity to enter and make a move because we are still in that same little area that it didn't need to break down. Because if it does break it down, it was going to come lower, right? Held up nicely in here. And I made a move up here when we kind of started pushing up a little bit more. Okay, so we went down to 122. I got into this thing at 124. I have 135 strike price on this thing that expires in May. And it was as simple as that. Nothing overcomplicated. It was simply going to the left of those charts, going to the higher time frames, and finding where would be the best execution price for me to get into. And because I am primarily a swing trader, I do not care about waiting for levels. I want them to get to the best levels possible, even if it's to the upside. I play both sides of the fence. Primarily, I am in calls. I am riding the wave up, but you will find opportunity all over the market. You can play in either direction that you want, and you will find these same opportunities the exact same way, regardless of where they're positioned, at the top or the bottom. Demand is at the bottom. Supply is at the top. Support, bottom. Resistance, top. And you can find your execution points in all of these levels, okay? You get in at demand, you sell at supply, or you get in at support, you sell at resistance, and vice versa, okay? So I thought I would bring this little quick reminder. It's a slight lesson, but also a quick reminder to you guys on using those higher time frames to find the best execution spot possible for you to get in at the best spot possible to ride the price to the upside. I hope this helps.